Ravens offense has scored just one touchdown the last 10 quarters. Here's the perfect remedy coming to Baltimore, though. St. Louis Rams. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz and NFL.com's Pat Kirwan with you, breaking down 0-5 St. Louis, 3-2 Baltimore. And, in St. Louis, you got to feel bad for this team. Injuries all over the place, but they have the 6th worst defense in the NFL. Is this the week that Baltimore breaks out of this slump?
Well, they better, but they got to go back and look at themselves here. They're throwing the ball too much. I've watched these Ravens win a Super Bowl and play great football, and last year they won their division. They're a defensive team that runs the ball, and they got rid of Jamal Lewis and traded him for Willis McGahee. Use Willis McGahee more. He's not getting enough reps, in my opinion. When you've thrown the ball 96 times in the last 2 weeks as a Raven offense, and when you go back and watch it, it's check down after check down after check down, which is a 1 to 2 yard pass over the line of scrimmage, which is what a quarterback does to bail out. That offense is not good. It's going to generate long series and no touchdowns.
Brian Billick can't fire the guy who's calling the plays because he's calling the plays. So what changes?
I think they got to go back and get to where they were. And I think guys like Ray Lewis have these long talks with Brian Billick. I think you're going to see a desire to run the football and pound it. And I find it ironic that they've thrown 96 passes in 2 weeks when Ogden's out.
Yep.
You don't do this with a backup tackle. So we're not here to second guess it, but I think the Ravens create more problems for a team in St. Louis that gives up 146 yards a game on the ground if they just start pounding the ball and play D.
You also don't do it with a quarterback who's aging, who's having a hard time throwing the deep ball. On the other side, Mark Balger, he's expected to sit again here in Week 6. He's got those broken ribs. Gus Frerotte, he had 3 touchdown passes against Arizona. It did also have the 3 interceptions. What is their best chance, St. Louis's best chance in this game against this Baltimore defense?
Brian Leonard surprised me and a lot of other people with his 100-yard performance the other day. Pretty disciplined runner. I think he keeps you honest. I don't think they're going to line up the defense to stop Leonard, but he's going to give you some yardage and put you in good, shorter third down situations. And if you get to those, Gus Frerodte's capable of finding the receivers and making some things happen down the field. At the end of the day, though, I'm waiting for Terrell Suggs to come alive. Hasn't have a sack yet. I'm waiting for Bart Scott to get off the edge himself. Let's get upfield. Let's get to the quarterback. Here's a team, Baltimore, that will conclude we're going after the QB.
Yeah, and that's in a game in the Rams offense, which has got absolutely nobody left on the offensive line. Richie Incognito finally suited up, but it may be a little bit too late. Let's take a look at the AccuScore prediction. It is 10,000 tests, all mathematical. It spits out 10,000 results, and here's what it came up with. Looks like the lock of the week. 80% of the time, at least on the computer, had the Ravens winning and winning big. Rams, which is unbelievable in a computer test that uses math and numbers it's unfathomable to think that St. Louis can only score 14 points, but that's what they've been relegated to.
Well, you finished the last segment with the offensive line. The line's down, so I don't see them being able to generate the points. They're not Ram defense when you watch it. They have their corners back for Keir Brown, Ty Hill. They're going to be back on the field. It means they can play a little bit more man and get against that run and support it. But at the end of the day, I think the Ravens are going to come out here. The Ravens are not letting the Steelers run away with this division.
No, they need to keep up with Pittsburgh. The Rams, on the other hand, 1 loss shy of matching the worst start in franchise history. That was the 62 L.A. Rams and a team that finished 1-12-1. I did some research this week. The two kick it off beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern. For more on this game or any other in Week 6, be sure to stay with CBSSports.com and watch everything all over the CBS Audience Network. For Pat Kirwan, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care.